Well, we're back on the fun bus. The crew and I are leaving the stadium here at Lucknow, having watched another terrible display from England, particularly with the bat. Owen, Chris Woakes came over to speak to us afterwards, and at the end, he looked quite emotional, actually, I felt. You know him better than I do. Would that be fair? And that probably just means how much it's affecting the players in the dressing room. Yeah,
it certainly is affecting them a lot. And it is fair to say that he was emotional. And it's easy to forget sometimes in sport and in life that when we make past judgment or try and critique performance, that in the changing room are 15 human beings living and breathing every emotion through this tournament, more so than we are as fans and as broadcasters. So the changing room, I know for a fact, are incredibly proud to play for England, always have been, and have never taken for granted what it means to play. And I think that was just a little insight into how much it means to the likes of Chris Woakes, who has been there before, part of a successful World Cup winning side in 2019, part of the absolute drubbing in 2015 in Australia and New Zealand. So he knows the highs and lows of any England changing room, but this undoubtedly will be right down there with some of the worst times.
You mentioned 2015, obviously you were right in the thick of it then. There was limited expectations on you back then, but there is massive expectations going into this World Cup on this side, but there looks like there are parallels between the performances in Australia and the performances in India.
Absolutely, and having been there and lived it, it was a horrible time, certainly in my career and in England ODI cricket's history. But this is right up there. I remember, you know, the certain level of expectation being 2015 was to make the quarterfinals. The level of expectation on this side, with the calibre and experience that they've had, is, you know, it is a stark contrast between both. And you talk about conditions here changing sides, and something has changed this England team. You know, in the space of 3.5 weeks, they've gone from one of the most confident, trailblazing sides around the world to a side that has absolutely no confidence and belief in their own ability. And it's remarkable to see that. They have a template, they've used it over a number of years, but cannot seem to find the performance within that template that breeds confidence and trust within the team. They have made bad decisions that have contributed to knocking that confidence, but ultimately, you know, haven't competed for 100 overs of every game, bar the game that they beat Bangladesh, which is incredibly disappointing.
Well, England moved to Ahmedabad, again licking their wounds. India march on. They were absolutely fantastic today.